What's up YouTube, this is Best for One back with episode 2 of Elite Weapons Head to Head. After a long hiatus from the series, we are returning with the NA-45 Screamin' versus the NA-45 Ravager. Now the special thing about the NA-45 is that it's what's called a grenade sniper. It shoots only 2 rounds per magazine, but that first round is going to be an explosive round, and that second round, when it lands within about in a 1 foot area of that first round, it's going to make that first round explode, and that's how you'll get kills with the NA-45. The actual bullet itself only does 30 damage at any range. Range on the sniper rifle does absolutely nothing, makes no difference at all. It's going to do the same damage at every range except for the distance between the person you're shooting at and the distance to the explosive round that you fired from it. Now the numbers on that is at the 0 point, right where the bullet explodes, you're going to do 130 damage. Now, with the maximum range of the bullet, of the explosion from the bullet, sorry, is about 21.33 feet, 21 1/3 feet, if you want to think that way. And that's going to do only 15 damage at that range, so you're really going to want to make sure you get this bullet within close distance of the person you're firing at. Now, if you think that 30 damage is pretty rough, especially trying to go for headshots and whatnot, you're in luck because the headshot multiplier of the NA-45 is actually a 3.5 times multiplier, so that's going to guarantee that you're going to get that one-shot kill every time with the headshot, no matter if the bullet explodes or not. The rate of fire on the base range of the NA-45 is 750 RPM, which for a semi-automatic, that's generally faster than what a person's trigger finger can do, so that's going to be more than enough for you to be able to get your shots off the way you want to. And now, first things first, let's head into the NA-45 Ravager, which you've been seeing the gameplay from here. The stats on this here are actually a +3 damage at the cost of a -3 fire rate. What that changes is the whole profile of the explosive round is different. Instead of doing 130 damage at ground zero, it does 150. Instead of doing 15 damage at its maximum range, it does 30. And instead of being about 21.3 feet for the range, it ups its range to 25. The downside of the NA-45 Ravager, though, is the rate of fire. It takes a huge nerf from 750 RPM to 400 RPM. You are definitely going to feel that difference. You're going to get a few too many trigger pulls in there. It's going to feel like it jams up, doesn't fire the way you want it to. But you're really going to want to sit back, take your time, plan your shots, and make sure that you get that second one to hit, because that damage is huge. With the NA-45 Screamin', you're going to get an entirely different story. The plus side of the NA-45 Screamin' is a +3 to the fire rate, whereas in the downsides it takes a -1 damage and a -2 to handling. What that's going to do is your fire rate is going to jump from 750 to 1200 RPM. You're definitely going to notice that difference if you really try to get up to that RPM, but at that high rate of fire, you're not going to be very accurate with your shots, so it's not recommended to shoot it as quickly as you can at a long range. Now, on the negative side, that -1 damage only affects the ground zero explosive range. It drops from 130 to 100, so it just makes that one-shot kill at ground zero. But what that also affects is explosives from their ground zero to their maximum range go down linearly, go down like a linear line. Sorry. So that's going to do is that 130 to 15, you're going to still get over 100 damage at a little bit of range there. But with the NA-45 Screamin', that 100 damage, that guaranteed one-hit kill, only comes right at the person's feet. Now the other downside is you're going to get a 20% increase to the sprint out time. That is how fast the sniper pulls up, ready to shoot after you are sprinting. That you're going to notice that it's not too big, although if you're running around in close quarters combat with this here, like I recommend you should, you are definitely going to feel it, and it will hurt you a little bit here and there. Now, on to recommended perks and attachments to use to make these NA-45 Screamin' and the NA-45 Ravager that much better. Absolutely, you want to run Danger Close with these NA-45. It's an explosive round. That Danger Close increases your explosive damage. That's going to result in more one-hit kills with the sniper rifle. On the NA-45 Ravager, I recommend running a variable zoom scope. Not only does that let you pick what range you want to have the scope at, so you can get an easier shot at a closer, longer range, it also makes the center of your scope be in the center of your screen. Sniper rifles in Advanced Warfare, when they they sway, but when they sway, they do it independently of the screen. They sway around the screen, they go up and down and left and right of the center of the screen. The variable zoom scope locks the sniper rifle scope to the screen, so that whenever the sniper rifle scope sways, so does the screen, and that way the sniper scope will always be in the center of your screen, allowing you to get easier shots on your enemies. Now the NA-45 Screamin', I recommend the ACOG scope. I do not recommend the iron sights on the NA-45. They are obstructive, they are blocky, they're going to block your vision when you go for that second shot, so it's going to make it harder for you to get that explosive round to actually detonate. Reason I picked the ACOG scope for the Screamin' and not the Ravager is that the Screamin' I feel is more of an attack-based weapon. It's more designed to go into the hallways there and get your 2 shots off immediately, take out any enemies in that hallway, and move on. Where the Ravager is better at picking people off at a distance, attacking the objective from a range. Now, which NA-45 Elite variant is the better variant? In my opinion, that would be the Ravager. It is definitely the best NA-45 variant, plus 3 damage. I mean, that gives you a whole big boost to damage, big boost to the range of the explosive. Gonna give you more one-shot kills and more kills in general. In a weapon that has only 2 shots per magazine and is semi-automatic, upping the fire rate to 1200 RPM doesn't make much sense. I'd rather have the increase in damage and an increase in the fire rate, then that is why I prefer the Ravager to the Screamin'. Now I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2 of Elite Weapons Head to Head. Leave a like if you did, subscribe for more, and hopefully it won't take me so long to get episode 3 out, which will hopefully be on the TAC-19. This is Bestwood1 and I'm signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video.